Okay, take 3 on recording this thing. Hold on, checking the sound. Okay. Hello, and welcome to the new TURP. We are on a new channel, Title Under Gaming, but instead of calling ourselves Tug, we're gonna still...
Go tug one out!
Let's just tug one of these out. Yes, let's... Okay, to my right is...
Krif.
To my left is...
Jello.
And today we are going to be talking about many, many lovely, wonderful things while I play Destination Soul, a game that I saw over on TB, where Jenna and TB doing this thing called Snark Trailer. Check that out. I'm not going to link it. Just go look it up. And, yeah, let's just get talking. Daisy.
Lazy.
Yes, I am lazy on this. Anyways, this is me I'm going to be playing the game for the first time, so I'm going to be learning this while Jello talks about Sims, and then we get into some discussion on me bitching about people. Okay, so, Jello, what would you like to... First, stipulate your... How...
Am I allowed to?
Yes.
Jesus. So, Origin had this game time thing where you get 48 hours of playing a game that they have up for the game time that time. And they had Sims 4 up. Now, it's not 48 hours of playtime, it's 48 hours of you download it and you have 48 hours to play it. Which annoyed me, because that takes away time because I'm a human being. I eat, I sleep, I go to the bathroom, I babysit kids, I do things. Anyways, regardless. So now I'm going to talk about what I experienced when I was playing The Sims 4. What are you confused about?
The game. I'm...
Okay, it's equipped. You're done in here.
Okay, anyways.
Could you not make faces when I'm trying to discuss things?
I'm trying to learn how to...
So, I played for probably about 20 hours or so, give or take, and I noticed a lot of things were just missing from the base game. Things that, like, they've had since the beginning. Things they've had since the second, the third. Things that should be in this game. Especially since they're charging so much for this game. So, the biggest thing that everybody's always talked about is the lack of toddlers. Why did they take away the entire toddler age? What just happened?
I think he finished the tutorial.
What?
He was doing the tutorial and it just booted him.
Why didn't he laugh?
Okay, so toddlers.
I didn't understand why they took away toddlers because they weren't that bad in The Sims 3. I can't remember if they were in The Sims 2 or not. I don't think they were. But I liked having toddlers because I like having a lot of different ages to play with. And it makes it nicer when you're also creating a family and you're like, hey, I want these guys to have a toddler or two, as well as some kids, some teens, and maybe an actual newborn baby. Whatever. But yeah, they took that out, and I'm not sure if they're planning on adding it in some kind of expansion or something, but whatever. They took out the creative style. Now that really hurt me because I loved the creative style from The Sims 3. I thought it was just amazing. You could create like so much out of it and have things be customized to your taste, instead of just having a bunch of preset outfits that you can't do basically anything with. And I thought it was very restricting and limiting without the creative style. Now, I noticed this like near the end of my trial, but you can't move like a part of your household anymore. Like, say you want to move half your family out of the house or like just one person out of the household, like, you're out, kicking you out. No, you can't do that anymore. And it's stupid. Why can't you? Families have fights. Or
Are you suggesting that every fight should end with someone being kicked out of the house? I know ours do.
well, in the case of why I noticed it is because I adopted a person into my family to give them a makeover and to better their life. I got them a job. I got them a few levels up in their job. You know, I got them fit and healthy and into clothes that didn't look like they lived on the street. And so after I felt like she was well situated in life, I was going to have her
Am I
move
about to
out
hit
and
the
live her
sun?
own life. And I couldn't move her out. So she was just stuck in my family. Mind you, she was a bitch. She went out of her way to try and mess with my Sims. Because one of her attributes was mean. She was a mean person, and I didn't want her in my family. But I wasn't just going to go and kill her because I worked so hard on her.
Wait, so you brought someone into your house solely so you could model them, and
She was fat, and I made her skinny, okay? I had her work out until her athletic was 10. Then I got her a job based on athleticism. So yes, I brought her into my household because I didn't like her.
so inventory doesn't pause. Just FYI. Where am I?
Dead.
Now, another thing they took away was like the
Uh-huh.
town itself. I mean, yeah, there was a few little places you can go. Like, I never even went to the bar because I didn't see the point, because it just seemed stupid and pointless. And they had parks and stuff, but it was nothing like The Sims 3, which was this huge open world place and actually really fun to explore. In The Sims 3, I can't even remember being home that often. In The Sims 4, I didn't even leave my little plot of land except for one time. Well, I guess I got married in the park, but that's it. And I had my first and second date, but after the second date, I believe I had to get married like right away.
Oh my god, you whore!
It's The Sims!
They got married. They're not. She's not a whore.
She didn't
She's a
have her
happily
kid
married
until
woman.
well after they got married. Huh. Anyways, and I just thought it was really stupid to take away the open world because it took away from gameplay and it took away from the universe. And it made the town, you know, bland and uninteresting and kind of pointless to even be there at all. Like I said, I think there was like some bars, maybe a museum. I don't know. I didn't really look at it that much because it was constricted. And there were so many loading screens. So many loading screens.
I don't even really remember a lot of loading screens on The Sims 3.
That's because it was open world.
But-
You basically have this whole thing, and yeah, the initial load is kind of long,
But it gets it all up front out of the way instead of
exactly.
needing to
And, you know, of course, since there wasn't really an actual town, I mean, kind of, more than the original Sims, but since there wasn't really much of a town,
Background debris.
they
Why would you have background debris?
They decided, hey, let's not have cars. Let's take away the cars, which we first introduced in The Sims 2.
Wow, really? Was it in The
Yeah,
Sims?
I think it might have been in one of the expansion packs, but
Oh, okay.
I remember it was like this huge, awesome thing when they added cars in Sims 2. I'm like, cars! I was really excitable.
You wanted to say something, Krif?
I just think it may have been in the either the Open for Business or the Out All Night pack for Sims 2 where they added cars. I believe.
I think they had cars before that. Because I didn't get to try Open for Business for a long time, but I swear to God I had cars before that.
Oh.
Anyways, regardless. They didn't have any hot tubs or jacuzzis. You know how much I love the hot tubs and jacuzzis? They're fancy, they're fun, they add comfort, you can woohoo in them. And they took it away! They took away my hot tubs!
They took away your woohoo.
They took hot tubs!
And okay, this one got me the most out of all of them.
Oh,
I swear to God. They took away the dishwashers and the trash compactors.
I don't even know how.
I swear to God they added that somewhere in the first Sims. And they took them away.
Like, you can't buy them at all or anything?
No, they're not in the game. They're not in the game. There are no dishwashers, no trash compactors, and no hot tubs. What the hell, guys? Why would you take that away?
Okay. How many more points you got here?
A lot.
Oh my god. By the way, this thing doesn't have any brakes.
Why don't you go upgrade?
Now, back to the Sims themselves. They took away a whole bunch of different traits, and it made your Sims kind of not as diverse.
Customizable?
Well, customizable, diverse, and personalized. I mean, you had like a lot of basic traits, but you didn't have like the fun ones from Sims 3, like good kisser and
You can't be a good kisser in this game anymore.
no.
Man, there went all my characteristics. Ladies. Ow. Oddly enough, Krif hit me on that, not Jello.
I hit you second.
She's focusing on topics.
But it took away from personality. Not only that, but like they took away the favorite colors thing. They took away the favorite music, the favorite food. They took away your favorites.
Wait, I don't even... You didn't tell me they took away the favorites. You were just complaining to me about all the...
That's because you didn't want to hear everything yet. You wanted me to save it for this.
You're right. So why are you... Did you know speeding towards an asteroid is not...
They took away your favorites, and that just... It seemed like all they were doing was taking stuff away just to take stuff away.
And so you're saying it wasn't a logical take it away.
Well, what did it add? Nothing.
Well,
what did it take away? Your favorites! I
You-
can't have a favorite color anymore!
You heard it here, folks. Taking away favorites
No
is...
more Goopy Carbonara for me! Because it's no longer my favorite!
Wait, so you're saying you can't woohoo anymore?
Okay, to be fair, it didn't really add anything in The Sims 3, but it gave them more personality. It gave them more character.
It did add, because it...
I mean, like, it didn't change the actual gameplay, but...
Well, didn't having your favorite up your, what's that thing? Happiness.
Not that I'm aware of. Maybe. I'm not sure.
I didn't play Sims.
To be fair, I didn't play a lot of Sims. Okay, so currently if I just go this way, because I think that's telling me that it's close by. Although I really wish there was a way to slow my Sorry, I'm interrupting your time here.
They took away newspapers.
Wait,
You
how
know
the hell
those-
do you find a job?
Internet.
Oh, you go on your phone. Or the computer.
Wait.
Everybody has a smartphone now.
Without a job?
Yeah.
Internet.
Uh-huh. But they took away the newspapers. You know that thing that's been there since the very first base game.
Should I buy a new ship? Or should I buy
I don't
upgrades to
care.
this ship?
That annoying whistling newspaper girl, or boy sometimes, gone. There is no more annoying newspaper whistling deliverer person.
I'm pretty sure they haven't had those since the Newsies. And I mean the Broadway show, not
No,
the
they had it
60s.
because I always knew when the newspaper was coming from.
Did I
from
just
the
say
whistle.
the 60s?
I'm not going to whistle because I can't whistle really well.
Extra, read all about it!
Now, all that being said, there
Ooh.
were actually some things I did like about the game. Surprise!
Man, she's just coming in with the swerve. Now that I hate it.
Now, they added emotions. So they could get, like, embarrassed. They could get angry. They can get flirty. They could get... It's been, like, over a week. Hang on. They can get, like, inspired, charismatic. You know, they can get emotional. They're emotional now.
What?
And they have like
God
these temporary wants and then these longer wants.
I have the thought.
And the temporary ones are run by your emotions pretty much. So if you're like really stressed, you can go yell in a mirror and it'll help decrease your stress. Or you can go take a bubble bath and relax and de-stress a little. Like you can actually de-stress your character if they're stressed from like work or from not flirting.
I'm fairly certain that in the real world, yelling in a mirror is a sign of a... Oh, God!
It's a sign that you're stressed and mentally snapping, but stressed.
Like The Sims, if they have a character trait where they're flirty, or I can't remember what exactly it was, but if they're a flirty Sim, and they don't flirt for like a little while,
Stay idle.
they start getting stressed from not flirting.
Okay.
So you can like take your frustrations out on a bubble bath.
Wait, you could
I'm
take...
sorry, the phrase stressed because they're not flirting is hilarious to me.
It was kind of annoying actually. It's like, oh, this Sim's romantic, so you need to flirt, but I'm working. You need to flirt, but I'm married and I'm working. I'm married and they're working too.
Dexter significant other. Flirt with them at work. With the freaking asteroids.
Someone just threw an asteroid at me!
We don't mean to interrupt.
Speaking of asteroids, I thought it was actually really fun.
Oh, so you can turn down volume in-game. I'm sorry. That's actually kind of annoying. Continue.
You can buy a rocket, build the rocket, and then start having space travel. Now, they didn't show any kind of graphics for space travel, but they had these fun little text box and kind of like text adventures during it. And I thought it was actually kind of neat. And you can bring back like aliens and stuff.
Interplanetary woohoo?
Oh, by the way...
You can actually woohoo in the rocket, but you can't go up in space woohooing in the rocket.
Oh no, I mean if you bring an alien back, can you woohoo the alien?
No, they're just like little tiny things in a terrarium tank.
Okay, so they're really not that interactable with creatures.
No, you can view them. That's it. But, I thought it was kind of cool that they added space travel that you can actually interact with somewhat. And the rocket was pretty cool, too. And they have an entire rocket science or whatever skill having to do with that. So, like, every time you went out into space, you get a little experience in that skill. Every time you worked on the rocket, you get experience, etc., etc. And... well, when you're creating a sim and you're pushing and pulling, sometimes it works out the way you want it to and sometimes it doesn't. But the concept itself and sometimes the application of it is really cool. I like the idea and I hope that it gets worked on and debugged a little bit later. Like, it's not as expansive as I thought it would be. You can't make extremely grotesque characters or whatever. But you can, push and pull them to your shaping, so to speak, with limits.
You can have like a sim with a rounder face or a slenderer face, or.
But they limit it, and I didn't like the limits. They added certain skills for children, like before you had a few basics, but. For the kids, they had, I think it was maybe 4 or so set skills, and then once you mastered each skill, it unlocked other skills for adulthood that you can start working on as a kid. And I thought that was actually pretty cool.
That's actually really neat.
Like, you master mental, and you unlock, logic and,
the hell is that? Sorry about interrupting, but...
Phone Stargate.
Only $10 to use the Stargate?
When you master, typing, I think it was, you can work on, video game and programming and all that stuff. And I thought that was pretty cool.
Really?
So it gives you basic and advanced skills.
Sort of. It doesn't unlock every single skill that adults have, but it unlocks a good section of them. So if you want your kid to be super advanced like I did, you can like max out all the traits that you can.
Oh my god, I think I'm slowing down. No, never mind.
Where are you going?
I'm apparently going to the solstice. I will go to Earth!
Before even becoming an adult. And they also changed the aspirations a bit.
Oh!
I think
Okay.
you're low. I
I'm
think you're
pretty sure, except for like without maybe a potion, maybe with the
Wait, they have potions?
experience,
Oh, okay.
or not experience, but like with the lifetime happiness. You know how you get the points. I think in Sims 3 you could only change your aspiration that way, but in The Sims 4, if you complete an aspiration, you can move on to another one. Or at least for the kids you could. I never actually was able to complete an aspiration for an adult because of certain limiting factors in my household.
Such as?
Time. I
needing
was
to
more
sleep.
obsessed. I was more obsessed with getting their skills up than going on dates just to get silver.
Oh, you meant the
What-
Sims household.
Yeah, not
Yes.
the...
I thought you meant here.
Well, you know, had I had more time in real life,
Right.
then yeah, I would have mastered their aspiration too. But like with the time I had playing the game, I had focus on other things, like the skills, because I like having skilled people. Who cares about silver tier dates? I went on gold tier dates.
Well,
I mastered them dates.
well, let's not forget that Darth Vader was running around the house for a while.
He changed into a normal person after a while. Okay. I do
The
actually.
helmet came off.
I
the
do
legs
actually
went
like
out.
the Star Wars outfits. I thought those were fun.
I honestly don't... I don't recall... I could be wrong. That I don't remember, like, as decent outfits in Sims 3. Like, I never really got to play a lot of...
I thought the outfits in The Sims 3 were far better for the most part because of the creative style.
Okay.
But I mean, a lot of, well, not a lot, but some of the outfits in The Sims 4 were a lot more modern and nice. And of course, the graphics were nice.
It's
But
nice.
sometimes the creative sim was really hard to control and maneuver. Like, to change glass, you had to put on glasses, you had to go to the head and go to the accessories, then go to the glasses for each separate outfit. And that got annoying. It got annoying fast.
What the hell is that?
A dangerous enemy. Get away.
Now, that's basically all I've got to talk about for The Sims 4. And I don't think it's worth a buy. I really don't. Not as is, and you know they're going to charge you money for anything else. Yeah, they started off with like no pools and stuff, and they added that later as, what's that word?
DLC?
A patch.
Oh,
They patched pools back in, but I doubt they're going to add like everything that they took out in patches. If they're going to add even half the things they took out, they're probably going to add them in expansion packs. Which is bullshit, because why should I pay another $30 after paying like $60 for the base game just for something that should have been in the base game in the first place?
that's a very valid point.
So I say stick to Sims 3. It's got so much and it's a really good game. Sims 4, yeah, the graphics are nice. They have some fun stuff, but it's not worth what they're charging. It's, at this point, I wouldn't even say it's worth $30.
Okay, so, like the rest of the internet,
You hear that, EA? We're calling you out.
Because I'm not going to say what my other suggestion might have been.
stick the game...
Shine up real nice and pretty.
So, okay, so after that, Sims 3 fanatic talking about Sims 4.
Actually, I've been a fanatic since the first Sims.
Oh, well,
I've had all the expansion packs at one point.
fucking rock.
See, I just had 2, and I got like the collector's edition for Christmas, so I got 2 with like every expansion to it, and I couldn't get into it.
So you hear that, naysayers who think that we only ramble on this channel? She just went on for 25 minutes about a single topic.
And I had it all written down, though.
Shh.
Okay, I was just trying to.
Ruining the magic.
I was trying to give you some props there because we didn't ramble completely like usual.
Well, I'm saying that could have been seen as me rambling, but no, this was
It wouldn't have been.
thought
Anyways,
out.
okay. So we just got that giant topic out of the way.
Yep.
Now let's move on to our less than giant topic. So, what do we want to talk about first? Hey, okay, I'll talk about something first. So, I did my video on Salmon Simulator. My now apparently controversial, because I brought up that it wasn't a very good play. If you ask Jello, when she watched it, she was all, dude, you sound so bored and lethargic, and I'm all 5 minutes of just swimming around, eating worms. Granted, great simulation, but
Apparently, he was playing it for like a while before he started recording.
I play most games for about 5-10 minutes. Just Jesus, killed that thing quick. But and and I brought up a lot of the negative things of it. Although I really didn't say a lot on it. Apparently, that was enough for the developer to have to cry and say, and be all kind of a douchebag about it because it was still pre-alpha.
You have no items.
I have new items?
That's flashing orange, which is normally when something new is in there.
Plasma cells.
That means you can use the pirate gun again.
Yay! I like my pirate gun. Didn't do anything with shield. But anyways, so and then he had, well, it's pre-alpha, and then instead of just turning around and going, hey, it's pre-alpha, I know things are buggy, and I know textures are banal, and instead of doing that, he had to turn around and go, be a dick about it, as though I said, and I could have swore in the game, I'm sorry if I didn't, just pissed that ship off because I ran into it. But, I didn't even bring up that it's a final game or anything like that. I brought up that it was a pre-alpha, or at least that it wasn't a finished game. So it was literally me just going, here's what this is. And why is this a topic I want to talk about? I mean, it's nothing like the Jim Sterling slaughtering ground thing, because I'm not that popular. Though I would
Jim Sterling thing?
Jim Sterling, the short of it is that a developer decided to be a huge dick because he brought up, how mediocre a $10 game was. Not even mediocre, how bad it was. Most clip art, style blood effects. It was Baby's first, Doom clone. Are they still considered Doom clones now?
Yes, because Doom is still an applicable game.
Okay.
They're actually coming out with Doom 4 next year.
Seriously?
It was announced at BlizzCon this year.
And what would a Doom clone?
Doom clones are those first-person shooter games
That wanna be Doom, without saying flat out that they took the assets from Doom and modded them.
Why would a game these days want to be Doom?
because retro.
Or
However,
Doom 3.
the bigger thing is that it was a first-person shooter. It was just your standard shmup. This, shoot 'em ups, shmups.
Sure.
But, and then he decided to be a douchebag about it. Granted, he was a lot douchier. Ooh, I'm assuming that was a lot more items. I got my pirate, plasma gun. I'm assuming you're evil. But he was just, and then he asked me, and then he was all, oh, well, ask your English teacher what pre-alpha means, and I'm like, and I tried being, I was not trying to continuate the thing, because I'm, contrary to popular belief, I am a controversial person. I have very controversial views. It is not going to be, I'm not going to become that controversial guy off of Salmon fucking Simulator.
Especially when the guy's clearly a child because he's bringing up English teachers.
Ask your English teacher. I don't have one anymore. Oh my
It's called being Being an adult.
It's called the English language. English Jello. Do you speak it? They got English in Jellotopia? They got violence.
I really thought you were going to say they got portable English now.
They got portable. Oh man, I missed
the PSP commercials.
Oh god.
Stop clicking on items.
But anyways, so, and I realize, I'm not actually trying to focus in on R24 Entertainment, although looking at their site, they are kind of they look like they focus in on childish entertainment, so I'm fairly certain that they are in fact still young and moronic. But it's just, I noticed, if you are any, like, even writers have this, and I know, even writers have this innate thing where when it's criticism, they have to attack instead of going, Like, yes, I'm the first person to admit that Omega Terror, my first novel, really sucked.
Stop self-whoring.
I don't want people to buy that. I don't even get royalties
Stop
for it.
self-whoring.
Pay attention to what I'm saying instead of trying for a joke.
I'm not saying you're trying to get money off of it.
No, that's not self-whoring. Self-whoring would be, hey, buy my book, or me name-dropping a book I want people to buy, not me going, yeah, the one book I have out is horrible, and it's no longer in print. In fact, it ended in print 2013, so it's not like anyone can buy it anymore. Ha 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 ha.
Is that a challenge?
You want to spend $20 on money I will never see? Exactly.
No.
But anywho, we're off of that. And, like, one of the biggest things, especially if you are going to, go, hey, let's put out basically our rough draft, i.e., pre-alpha or even an alpha build of anything, then you've got to learn that, people are going to turn around and give you criticism for it. Be it, you putting out a rough draft, or be it you putting out anything. Anything that can be consumed, you're putting your name out. Like these. These are not good video. Well, I can't say that. I enjoy making them. Do people enjoy watching them? I don't know. Let's look at our... Oh. But that's because we haven't brought most of the people that were watching it over from Title Under Review yet. That's what I like telling myself at night.
Regardless.
But, so yeah, it's one of those things that, why is it that, are we in such a world where we have to just pretty much go, teacher, they made fun of me, instead of actually taking the criticism and going, you know what? You're right. I did make a very bland game that has nothing, and it really shouldn't have been released. Or, hey, how dare you assume that my OC wouldn't be doing Twilight Sparkle. I don't know why I picked Twilight Sparkle. She's actually my least favorite pony. But I'm just saying it in a general thing. If you're going to create, you've got to accept the criticisms and everything like that. It's why I like when people turn around and say, man, you suck.
Or, hey, you guys got this wrong.
Yeah, like when... By the way, we will be bringing over let me get my monies.
Why don't you go spend some of that 616 monies you have?
I will. But...
Do you know how?
Yes. While you were talking for 25
Or
minutes.
sell some of those 17 pirate guns you have.
No, they're all my guns. Do. Regardless, it's one of those things that people need to relearn to take criticism. You know what I mean? Like, and yes, I am kind of putting a giant target on my back going, hey, people need to take criticism. So if you want to comment, leave a comment below saying how horrible we are. However, you can't make fun of Jello. She hits me. Oh God! Not like this. Not like this. Anyways, and now that we just got that out of the way, let's end on something controversial. Remember what we were talking about?
Yes, I remember what we were talking about.
Hey, you didn't want to talk about it because you wanted to put it in here.
Right!
Okay, so Netflix is doing a Legend of Zelda show thing.
Live action show.
Thank you. Is it
They
actually
said
going to be
it's
like
supposed
a
to
full
be live
show?
action. They
No,
said-
I know it's live action, but is it actually supposed to be a show or is
I
it?
couldn't tell you. It's probably going to be something along the lines of a miniseries.
Oh, okay. Oh, let's buy a.
Oh, that could be why you couldn't use the machine gun. You didn't have any bullets for it.
That's very, very astute of you.
Not that you don't have a slot for it.
Anyways, so they're gonna be doing this, and should I buy a? I think I'll go with the fighter. And what the? Give
You
me.
can't even get out of the docking bay. You want to cook some of the new crap you bought?
Anyway.
You literally have 6 shots for the machine gun.
Yeah, I can't equip it though.
You can't equip anything. You don't have a gun you can use.
What the hell?
Sucks to be you.
Can't even use the blaster? Do I just ram people?
I think you have to buy the heavy machine gun for this.
Anyways,
Live action Legend of Zelda, Netflix.
live action, Legend of Zelda, Netflix.
People are idiots.
People are not idiots.
No, people are idiots.
Jesus Christ. Okay. People are not idiots. People are stupid. Finicky people. Someone mentioned, which got into this giant well, it didn't become a giant argument. It's just something that irked the living hell out of me. Can't buy it. Don't have enough money. Oh God. Wait, can I change ships without needing to? I can't!
Hang on. Click on the fighter. 1 heavy gun slot, so you have to use a heavy machine gun. You have to use a gun that you don't have.
Hold on, I know how to do this. Played enough of these fucking games to know. Okay, anyways.
It's 220.
No, now.
You have to sell off the blaster, too.
Now. Let's actually, come on. Let's. What was it? Anyways, they brought up that they should make. Someone shared an article that got into this giant thing where they should make Link a woman. To which I turned around and said no, which apparently means that I'm a horrible human being. And like I said, this is where the controversial thing comes in. I'm not going anywhere, so stop touching things. Quipped. Thank you. Okay. Now, what are your guys' take on that?
I don't think they should make Link a woman.
It would be retarded to make Link a woman.
You should not take a pre-established character and just change their gender because someone said it would be a good idea.
Exactly.
You should focus on, I don't know, any of the female characters from the Legend of Zelda series.
Like who?
Like, I don't know, Zelda.
Zelda, Midnight, Fear, however you want to pronounce it, Agatha, Impa,
and this is why I
to a lesser extent, Sheik.
Well, you realize
Sheik is Zelda, but I'm still not sure what gender Sheik is.
I always figured she was just
Sheik refers to himself as him.
I always like thinking that it's Zelda trying to go through the fact that really Link is the person who always has to save the day. I think it's her going, oh god.
Yeah, no, it's Zelda who's finally done with Link's shit.
which would make a fucking epic thing. And then I also brought up, if they really wanted to make Link a woman, they should make Zelda a dude. And actually go full on inverting the trope if they went that way.
I still don't think that's a good idea.
If they have to, because of stupid social justice morons.
You're out of bullets.
But gender bending's so stupid.
Gender bending is stupid.
The point is, you're taking characters that have been established and have been pop culture icons since 1986. Okay.
Yeah.
And taking something that has been around for that long, and all of a sudden changing everything about it, you're going to piss more people off than the people you're going to make happy changing it.
That's very true.
You're not docking, and you have no bullets.
I have no bullets.
Why are you driving into everything?
Oh, now I'm just driving, seeing.
Trying to see if you can do a nice little spin out again like that.
Woot! Anyways, continue.
But no, changing a character's gender, race, anything other than, maybe sexuality or creed, something like that, something that,
Am I out of fuel? Not.
something that people, will discover over time.
Jesus.
Those make sense. But, all of a sudden waking up one morning and, hey, Mom, Dad, I'm black. That doesn't actually happen.
I think race bending and gender bending are different. There's definitely for how I picture it, race doesn't matter unless it's gonna matter. Like, I hate it when people bitch about, oh man, the cast of The Last Airbender was totally whitewashed. But then turn around the same time and going, well, I don't understand why you're complaining that Johnny Storm's black. Because that's where my thing comes in. It doesn't matter if he's, oh God, it starts me off when I die in one of these.
And then, of course, there's the Hermione Granger being black thing.
Could you pronounce Hermione's first name again?
Hermione Granger?
Not the Granger. That's her last name. Just her first name. Hermione. Hermione.
It's a fictional character.
No.
She can pronounce it how she wants.
It's Hermione!
No, it's Hermione.
Hermione!
I don't know what happened there.
Money!
I don't know what happened there.
Hermione, yeah! Money.
Whatever.
That is Hermione!
Hermione.
It's what's his face from the stupid dude from the one where she becomes hot. She does that she's all that thing at the Yule Ball thing.
I just said Hermione.
What?
Victor
Crumb?
Crumb.
Thank you! Anyways.
The Yule Ball came from the 4th book, by the way.
You mean the one where everyone had to turn around to be Harry? Harry, you didn't put your name in there. No? Are you sure?
No, the one where, that the internet will never let us forget. Who put the 4th name in the goblet? Dumbledore asked calmly, as opposed to the movie, who put this name?
Calm down. We have neighbors, and it is midnight, and we do not have...
You didn't buy bullets.
Yes, I did! Don't have that equipped, though. Okay.
Congratulations, you have 120 bullets. Have fun.
I have more. I have 60 of 60 in my tank, and then 6 more. So that'd be 360 bullets, brah.
No, the 3 bullets represent 1 additional set.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Anyways, when it comes to, like, the Hermione Granger thing, just because the character is not particularly said black, or white, or Asian, like Cho-Chan. I don't recall her actually being called...
Cho-Chang. It was Cho-Chang.
Cho-Chang.
Remember we made this joke.
No, you're the one... I just referenced
She is so black because she's Cho-Chang.
Well, no, like the Weasley's friend there who did all the Quidditch announcing.
Lee Jordan.
No, he was
He
black.
was actually described as.
They described him as, or is it Dean Martin or Dean
No,
Martin?
both of them.
Well, I'm done.
But you have enough money to go buy more bullets.
I'd like to get out of this ship is what I'd like.
You don't have that much money.
I know, I need 200 to get that stupid thing I was in earlier. Anyways, but it's one of those things, like, turning around and going, hey, it's actually, like, with the Hermione thing, it's, if she wanted her black, she would have been black. You know what I mean? She would have said, especially since J.K.
Rowling had a big hand in the casting and all of that when it came to the Harry Potter movie.
She had final say. It was in her contract that when they made it, she had final say. So if Hermione was supposed to be a sister,
you are way too white for that.
Then she would have been a sister, not smoldery Emma Watson. I'm saying smolder after she was 18.
Considering when she was first cast, she was...
After she was 18! Damn it! I realized what I said and what it implied.
And this is why we should not talk about child actors after they've come of age.
Because Bard is a pig.
What? How am I the pig here? I said she was very attractive, actually. We're not going to look at the play.
Yes. Let's look at what
I'm feeling very Nixon right now.
Let's review the tape.
I don't like the sound of that. Funny.
Fahugu gods.
Yes, I just said Fahugu gods. But anyways, with that, but when it comes to them turning around, the Heimdall thing. No, that didn't matter. It ain't even nothing but a thing. Jimmy Olsen being a black guy for Supergirl. That ain't nothing but a thing either. But hypothetically, making a really fully established character like my thing for James Bond, I think that what they should do is, instead of, cast Idris Elba as Bond, create a new franchise.
Well, see, I was actually thinking about it. Casting Idris Elba as James Bond wouldn't work. However, passing on the 007 moniker to a new character in general and making another 007 movie would work beautifully.
And just calling it... Well, the thing there is that they actually kind of screwed themselves with, what was the one after Quantum of Solace?
Casino Royale?
No, Casino Royale was the first one. Then it was Quantum of Solace and... No, Quantum of Solace is, what was the one with, the latest one? Skyfall! Thank you. My God, it's like pulling teeth with you people. But, that one, they both hint at, the fact that 007 is... It's one of those things that
the James Bond is really just a pseudonym that goes with the 007.
Well, no, that's what everyone wanted, but in the movie, they go to the James Bond house, the James Bond family house, and everything like that. The entire climax is in James Bond's house, the Bond family's house. So it actually cuts that out. Now, if they did turn around and make a 007, movie that was, literally, well, I'm not James Bond, then it really does turn into why, because the Bourne movies worked well because they weren't James Bond. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people, now turn around and go, oh, I never liked them, because now it's okay to like James Bond again. Because after Die Another Day, for a while, nope, wrong side. For a long time, it wasn't actually cool to like Bond. I mean, you could like, the old Bond, but... Anyways, to wrap this up, because we're already at 50 minutes...
We could go for another 10 and just make it an even hour.
We are going to make it roughly an even hour, but we're really diverging into, 007. I'm mostly just rambling, that's why. So, it would be cool if they made a 007, but, turn around and
just
actually...
following the code number instead of the character of Bond.
Yeah. and then actually cutting out, my name is Bond, James Bond, from it, making it Idris Elba. Okay, cool.
And
Or
whenever,
making it a woman, or making it something.
right, and whenever said
Oprah
new,
Winfrey.
Quiet you.
whenever said new 007 would introduce themselves, use a different pseudonym,
Or
so that we're just following the agent, not the character.
Or even do it as Judi Dench, who's no longer in it. So Ralph Fiennes is just, saying 007, 007.
Right.
And then only when he introduces himself to non-MI6 people, or MI5. I can't remember which MI.
I think it's 6, because I think it's MI5, because MI6 was that Jackie Chan underground Black Ops thing.
Anyways.
The only reason I remember is because of Saints Row.
And then, yes, that would be the great, you know what I mean? And then have it be whenever he meets someone outside of the, interior, he'd be, hello, my name is John Smith. Hello, my name is David Cunningham. Richard Cunningham's brother. Hello, my name's Brett Michaels. I don't think that's really your name, sir.
Yeah, no, kind of like what the Doctor does.
Yeah.
Introducing themselves under a different pseudonym every time.
You realize the Doctor only has one pseudonym.
John Smith.
Well...
No, there's no well, you were wrong.
With the pseudonym, yes, but with the psychic paper, they can see John Smith as whoever they want to see him as.
Yes, but he's still John Smith. It's he can be John Smith MD or John Smith...
No, I'm just explaining where my brain went with it. I
understand.
know I'm wrong, and I accept that I'm wrong.
Then say it!
I just did!
No, you said you accepted it. I want
said
you to
I know
cry
I'm
about
wrong.
it.
No!
Anyways, not the point.
Could you not be on this boring screen?
Alright, I'll fly around and die some more.
Yeah, seriously, a gaming podcast needs gaming.
Actually, sell. I have enough.
I was gonna say, don't sell the other one, because then you won't have a gun for your other ship.
Change.
Hey, question, do you have any plasma cells for that gun?
No. Wait. Items. No, but
You do, you have 2 plasma cells.
I do, and I don't have a blaster. But
If you equip the pirate plasma gun, you can use the plasma cells and shoot it.
Yes, I'm working on it. I'm actually wanted to sell the heavy. And then I can just...
Buy more plasma cells? Oh.
Blasters. It doesn't... it works for...
Oh, I need to equip it.
I realize this.
Alright, so
Anyways, so that's what they, that would work better than going, let's make an established character, because an established character being changed in any way, be it like the Human Torch. I actually like the idea of them building that, adopted family is still family.
Right.
I like that idea.
I do too.
Because it doesn't change who Johnny is.
No.
Like if they turn around, it won't change. It won't change who Idris Elba or James Bond is if they turn around and do it. But for an established character, it feels weird.
It does.
Why change someone's race or gender if it's pointless? And yes, I know I am actually one of the biggest advocates for, race doesn't matter, because I don't feel race matters. But for an established character, it becomes a matter of, hey, Johnny Storm's race doesn't matter, but they changed, what the feeling of the movie's gonna, or, his and Sue's relationship enough.
It's like when they changed Wally from white to black.
Yeah.
I honestly don't care about that, because it's still the Flash.
I care about it because...
I care about the reason why. Because,
Have you actually read Black Wally yet?
I have not. But it's, we need more black superheroes, so let's take this white superhero and make him black, instead of making a new black speedster.
No! They don't need a new black speedster. There's been... Actually, has there been a black speedster?
No, there has not.
Okay.
Because you have the West Allen family, you have Garrick, and you have Lady Liberty and Johnny Quick.
You mean Jessie Quick. She doesn't go by Lady Liberty anymore.
Regardless.
No, it's not.
No, I know her as that. I
know.
haven't read recent, so I call her by what I know. it is still the same character.
Yes. I'm
So
just being a dick.
Yes, and I'm calling her by what I know her as. Oh, and Thwayne, but I'm still not sure if Thwayne is a real speedster or if it's the suit.
You mean, which Professor Zoom was
Thwayne is the one that came back in time to try and stop Barry from getting his powers. He was the big cause behind Blood Will Run.
I haven't read Blood Real There's that.
Blood Will Run. It's actually really good because Barry ends up in Iron Heights.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Anyways, not the point. Well, not that it's not the point, but it's.
It
yeah,
helps
so
establish our point. Yes, it makes sense. You can say that black people aren't, represented in the speedsters, but changing a character to fit that instead of making a new character is really just lazy writing.
it is.
Changing a character instead of creating something new is just lazy writing.
Not to mention, it's kind of insulting to the character and the creator of the character.
Right.
By just being like, oh, we're just going to take your character and change it.
And that's the thing, like, it's not like a lot of people are complaining about the new Ghostbusters movie. They aren't complaining that it's an all-female cast. Although everyone who's bitching about it goes, oh, you just don't like it because you're a misogynist. Because you can't actually not like something anymore. I know. We've got a couple minutes.
I know.
But
I just don't want to get into a whole new...
It's not. It's still...
Well, no, we're moving away from what we established and going into Ghostbusters.
Well, no, we're not going to talk... I'm just talking about this one thing. Okay? It's that... It's like when I turn around and go, no, I don't see Idris Elba being a good James Bond because unless they're going to get into,
Really, the best way I can think to explain something like this, like the point we're trying to make with the Idris Elba 007 thing,
Yeah.
it's a lot like the live-action Batman.
Okay. I'd like to hear this.
Certain people make a good Batman, but a bad Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Certain people make a good Bruce Wayne, but a bad Batman. If there was a way to separate the two characters,
Okay.
you know what I mean, have one actor doing Bruce, one actor doing Batman, and finding, a fair balance between that, it would make more sense. Instead of having a character that's good at one thing, bad at the other.
Okay, I'm not seeing how this is pertaining to... Like, you are very, very true that...
Finding a good balance between what the people want and what makes logical sense
No one wants anything that makes logical sense.
is something we need to find out how to do. Don't cut me off when I'm mid-sentence. It's something that we've lost track of in today's society. Finding that fair balance has gone out the window to people who just want something to be their way, and will find enough people to agree with them that it gets changed.
Okay, I can...
We need to go back and we need to find a way where we can balance it where, we can have Idris Elba as a 007, but not as a James Bond, because James Bond is an already established character under a different race. I almost said gender.
Right, and... So, really, okay, to wrap up, what we are saying, and let's... Okay. And we are wrapping up, so I'm just gonna pause real quick. Now, what did we learn today?
Don't buy The Sims 4, buy The Sims 3.
The Sims 4 sucks. Buy Sims 3 since it's awesome, especially with all the expansions. And you can actually probably pick up most of it for the same asking price as Sims 4. Right? Roughly. Steam, man. It's a wonderful thing. PC Master Race for life, yo. Solid. You guys can't actually see me do that, so awesome.
I'm pretty sure the mic didn't even pick it up.
What were we talking about in the
Don't. Oh,
devs or any creator whatsoever? Learn to have thicker skin when you put anything out there. Unless someone attacks you directly, you know, man, this entire thing is just like screwing a dolphin. Then you can comment going, wait, what?
Then you can attack someone back.
Or,
Someone stating, hey, this isn't good as it is now, is not a bad thing.
it should give you the edge to actually go, okay, now I know I need to add this or I need to change that. It should never be, well, I just disagree with you, so, oh.
Creators, learn to take constructive criticism. That's the point.
Yes.
Creators of anything.
Be it writing, comics, gaming. Oh, God, I've got to do some more comics.
Regardless.
Okay.
Not the
Anyways.
place to talk.
Now.
Also, gender bending, race bending. On pre-established characters, if not for fun, not really that good of an idea.
If not with a reason.
Right.
Because for fun is one thing, but typically you have a reason.
We didn't. That's something we completely glazed over. If you're doing it for fun or writing a fan fiction or something like that, by all means, have your creative outlet and do what you want to do.
Like
Weirdos.
Like, it's actually really fun to write, you know, oh man, what if Superman was, you know, when he crash landed on Earth, it was the middle of the Civil War.
Right.
That was actually a really fun Elseworld style thing.
Alternate universes are a wonderfully acceptable thing. But don't try and jam it down everyone's throat and make it the proper and well-known world that we all have.
Just because something pertains to race does not equal it having to be wrong racially.
Right.
Or, you know, someone turning around and going, hey, you know, Link is a dude, he should stay a dude. Isn't
just means that we want our pre-established characters to stay as our pre-established characters.
And if you're gonna go that route, you know, go balls to the wall. Don't just go, well, now we have lesbians. Because lesbians everyone likes. Actually, I found a lot of lesbians that I know are kind of bitches.
A lot of lesbians don't like lesbian culture, believe it or not.
No shit.
Which, just,
because,
that's another rant for
okay, that's another
day.
rant for another day. And so, long story short, established characters are established characters. Create original stuff. If you have a problem with how something is, create the character yourself. You want a black speedster. Go create your own black speedster. Don't just go, well, let's take this one and do that. If you want a great fantasy-driven narrative with a female lead, go get it. Be the change you want to see. Don't just bitch until someone changes it for you.
All right, now that we sounded like a PSA at the end,
I'm Bard.
I'm Krif.
I'm Jello.
We're out of here.
Finally.
Bye.